This isn't just another video appearing on your feed. This is a divine appointment, a precisely orchestrated moment where cosmic energies and spiritual truths converge, designed specifically for you. Your presence here right now isn't a random click, but a sacred connection, a profound calling. A powerful message is about to unlock dormant potential within you, to ignite a dormant fire, promising to unearth a billionaire's blessing. Not merely in currency, but in an abundance so vast, so overflowing, that it will utterly redefine the contours of your existence. This is a promise etched not just in the sands of time, but specifically carved with your name, destined to transform moments of scarcity into endless rivers of prosperity, turning deep-seated anxieties into profound, unshakable peace. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the air, a whisper that resonates deep within your soul. This isn't just about accumulating vast sums of money. It's about a life so rich in purpose, so profound in its impact, that the world itself will pause in awe, witnessing the extraordinary hand of a divine favor at work through you. For too long you might have felt stuck in a labyrinth of financial worries, enduring sleepless nights, or trapped in a career that drains your spirit. But imagine a vault, sealed for centuries, now trembling, cracking open, to reveal treasures that transcend your wildest dreams. Not just material wealth, but an influence that empowers, a legacy that endures, and a power that transforms. This is the destiny that is now unfolding, a destiny for which you were not only chosen, but inherently created. Your spirit recognizes this deep truth, a stirring that resonates from the core of your being. This isn't a fleeting gift. It is a permanent conduit of abundance, flowing directly from the very heart of God's limitless kingdom, promising to nourish every facet of your being. The stage is set for an extraordinary unveiling, and it is time for you to step into the wealth, purpose, and power that has been meticulously prepared for you. The true essence of this billionaire's blessing stretches far beyond the mere numbers in your bank account. It embodies the profound freedom to live unburdened by the fear of lack, to pursue your God-given purpose without artificial limits. Imagine a life where you awaken each day, knowing that every need is not just met, but anticipated. Every aspiration, every cherished dream is not just within reach, but already unfolding. This is the masterpiece God is meticulously crafting for you. He's not merely bestowing wealth. He's imparting the very power to reshape your world, and through you, the larger global tapestry. Your hands are destined to hold resources capable of shifting destinies, much like Queen Esther, who leveraged her position to save an entire people. This isn't just individual prosperity. It's a strategic endowment for collective flourishing. This blessing, however, demands a pivotal internal shift. You cannot ascend into God's boundless abundance while clinging to the rusted chains of old fears, the insidious whispers of doubt, the gnawing worry, or the voice that persistently tells you, you are not enough. These are the very shackles God is shattering right now. Picture them disintegrating, falling away, like ancient rust crumbling from tempered iron. You are not simply being prepared to receive wealth. You are being profoundly reshaped to carry it with profound wisdom, ethical responsibility, and strategic foresight. God places this trust in you because He intimately knows your heart, your struggles, and your unwavering faithfulness. He sees the potential for impact that lies within the seeds of transformation, waiting to be watered. The world steeped in its material logic might proclaim that immense wealth is reserved for the lucky few, or the ruthlessly ambitious. That, my friend, is a profound deception. God's economy operates on an entirely different paradigm. His abundance flows not to the hoarders, but to those who align with His grand redemptive purpose. You are not here to accumulate. You are here to pour out, to become a conduit of grace, a force for good in a world yearning for light. Think of Joseph, a man sold into slavery, left for dead in a pit. Yet through divine intervention, he rose to administer the entire wealth of Egypt. His ascent wasn't just for his personal gain. It was a geopolitical masterstroke that fed nations, averted widespread famine, and fundamentally rewrote history. You too are stepping into a similar epic-defining moment. The resources God is now sending are not just capital. They are catalysts, tools to empower you to build, to heal, and to profoundly transform communities, even entire regions. This is your season to transcend mere survival, to stop scraping by on the margins, and to begin overflowing with a superabundance that ripples outwards. Pause for a moment. Feel that unmistakable spark igniting within your chest. That, my friend, is your spirit acknowledging a profound truth, recognizing the resonance of your deepest calling. This is the moment to claim what is rightfully yours. This divine assignment is a call to become a beacon of God's goodness in a world often shrouded in cynicism and scarcity. Just as David, a humble shepherd boy, ascended to become a king whose wealth wasn't merely gold, but the authority to lead, inspire, and establish a lasting legacy, your blessing is coming to do the very same. It will empower you with the gravitas to influence, the wisdom to guide, and the resources to uplift. Now let's be brutally honest. The adversary, the voice of doubt and fear, will inevitably attempt to distract you. He will whisper insidious lies, telling you this is too grand, too impossible, too audacious for someone like you. But I declare to you, with unwavering conviction, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17 is not just a verse. It is your impenetrable shield. The devil's cunning tricks are utterly powerless against a chosen one who knows their inherent worth, who understands the profound significance of this divine moment. This isn't about receiving a simple gift. It's about stepping into a sacred assignment, a powerful destiny that transcends your current understanding. God is strategically positioning you to become a conduit of His boundless grace, a vessel through which His miracles will flow into the world. This is not some fleeting overnight riches scheme. This is a profound transformation, so deep, so foundational, that it will irrevocably alter how you perceive yourself, your capabilities, and your ultimate potential. You are no longer the individual who once grappled with relentless struggles, who felt perpetually stuck or perpetually overlooked. No, you are a chosen one, indelibly marked for greatness, destined for extraordinary impact. God is actively rewriting your narrative, and the profound shift will be undeniable. Your family, your community, even strangers encountering your transformed life, they will all witness and feel the positive ripple effect of what God is doing through you. This blessing is immeasurably bigger than your individual self, yet its activation begins with your courageous, definitive yes. But to truly manifest this, we need more than just passive reception. We need proactive alignment. Take a moment, feel the conviction in your heart, and then, as a symbolic act of claiming your destiny, hit that like button. Beyond that, subscribe to join a thriving community of chosen ones, a family of faith united in purpose, walking this path of transformation together. Then in the comments boldly drop 777. This isn't just for the algorithm. It's a powerful declaration, a divine alignment, signaling to the universe that you are unequivocally ready to receive what is inherently yours. This numerical affirmation carries a potent spiritual resonance, acting as a beacon of intention. Stay connected, because every single word shared here is a key unlocking something profoundly new within your life, revealing deeper layers of purpose and unlocking reservoirs of strength you never knew you possessed. The concept of the God's timing is a mystery to human comprehension, often perfectly orchestrated, yet rarely conforming to our impatient expectations. Consider Abraham, who waited decades for a promise that seemed utterly impossible, enduring trials and tests of faith. Yet when the divinely appointed moment arrived, his unwavering trust was rewarded beyond any human measure, yielding not just a son, but nations. Your billionaire blessing is already in motion, a powerful river flowing towards you, but it demands an unyielding foundation of trust. You may not yet perceive the entire magnificent tapestry, the full intricate picture of what is unfolding, but every single step you take in faith, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is meticulously aligning you with God's overarching masterful plan. Do not succumb to the urge to rush the processes, to force outcomes, or to dictate the timeline. Instead, surrender and trust the divine processes. This blessing transcends mere financial prosperity. It is a holistic, multidimensional overflow that encompasses your spiritual well-being, your emotional equilibrium, and the richness of your relational connections. Picture, if you will, a cup filled to the absolute brim, overflowing with such an abundance that it inevitably spills over, blessing not just you, but everyone within your sphere of influence. That is precisely what God is manifesting through your life. Your existence is destined to become a living, breathing testimony, much like Noah, who against all rational logic and widespread skepticism diligently constructed an ark when not a single soul believed in the coming flood. His unwavering obedience did not just lead to his personal salvation. It became the means of preserving life, not only for his family, but for generations to come. Your wealth is an empowering key, destined to unlock doors to mend deep-seated wounds and to scatter seeds of hope far and wide. But here lies a crucial, non-negotiable truth. To fully embrace this deluge of blessing, you must resolutely shed the vestiges of your former self. The version of you that once felt small, intrinsically unworthy, or perpetually ensnared by circumstance, simply cannot bear the weight and magnitude of this transformative blessing. God is actively pruning away those persistent doubts, those self-limiting beliefs, just as meticulously as he reshaped Gideon. Gideon, who saw himself as the least, the weakest, and the most insignificant, was divinely transformed into a mighty warrior, leading a nation to victory. You are undergoing a profound metamorphosis, being reshaped into an individual who walks with unshakable confidence, radiating an innate certainty of purpose. The world will not merely observe. It will witness a new you, a powerful, radiant reflection of God's glory, emanating from your very being. The adversary, ever cunning, will undoubtedly attempt to sow seeds of doubt, aiming to undermine this burgeoning confidence. He will cunningly point to your past, recounting your mistakes, your perceived failures, your lingering struggles. But God's authoritative voice declares with absolute finality that your past does not and will never define you. Psalm 139:4 resoundingly proclaims, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well." You were meticulously crafted for this precise moment, imbued with an intrinsic value that transcends any earthly judgment. This billionaire blessing is not merely a transfer of money. It is an investiture of divine authority to walk fully in God's purpose, to inhabit a life that defiantly scoffs at worldly limitations. You are not bound by the narrow confines of what society dictates as possible. You are tethered to the infinite possibilities of the divine. This profound truth, when fully embraced, liberates you to pursue visions that might seem utterly impossible to others, but which are merely the starting points for your extraordinary journey. Let's shift our perspective for a moment. This unparalleled blessing is not solely for your personal enrichment. It is a sacred endowment for the entire world. God is actively raising you up to be a profound beacon of light, a guiding star in an increasingly complex global landscape. Consider Daniel in Babylon, a captive exile whose unwavering faith and divine favor granted him unparalleled influence, profound wisdom, and significant wealth, allowing Him to strategically shape a powerful nation from within. Your blessing will mirror this transformative power. You will not merely accumulate, you will become a catalyst for global change, funding audacious dreams, championing humanitarian causes, and lifting countless souls out of the shadows of darkness. Your wealth is not a trophy to be admired. It is a potent tool meant to flow through you, dynamically transforming lives and inspiring change across continents. Now truly envision this: a life where the gnawing apprehension of lack becomes a distant, fading memory. No more restless nights consumed by looming bills. No more suffocating stress about tomorrow's uncertainties. God's provision is not a sporadic drip. It is a ceaseless, powerful river, constant and unending in its flow. You are entering a season where formidable doors swing open effortlessly, where serendipitous opportunities actively seek you out. Like Ruth, who by sheer divine design found herself in Boaz's field, positioned for profound favor and ultimate redemption, you are being meticulously placed in the strategic locations for your breakthrough. Trust with every fiber of your being that God is intimately guiding your every step, orchestrating divine encounters and opening pathways that were once invisible. This, however, requires more than massive belief. It demands action, not a frantic striving or a desperate chasing, but a profound and intentional alignment. This alignment is a powerful trifecta: consistent prayer that deepens your connection, diligent listening for divine guidance, and unwavering obedience to the subtle nudges God places upon your heart. That unexpected job opportunity, that innovative idea that sparks within your mind, that timely connection with a stranger. None of these are random occurrence. These are meticulously orchestrated threads in God's grand tapestry, each designed to usher in your breakthrough. To concretely claim this alignment, to send a clear signal to the heavens that you are ready to stride through the formidable doors, God is now flinging open. Drop 77 in the comments. Your faith is not just a belief system. It is the master key that unlocks the very floodgates of this unprecedented blessing. It is the conduit through which divine power flows into your earthly reality, transforming the unseen into the tangible, the imagined into the manifested. Let's delve deeper into the concept of legacy, for this billionaire blessing extends far beyond the confines of your present life. It is not merely for today. It is destined to resonate across generations, to echo through the corridors of time. Your wealth is designed to outlive you, to become an enduring force for good. Much like King Solomon's unparalleled wisdom and immense riches didn't just bless him, but fundamentally shaped an entire nation for centuries. You are not simply building assets. You are actively constructing something that will endure: schools that educate, ministries that uplift families rescued from the clutches of poverty, communities revitalized, and innovative enterprises that create lasting value. Your name will be remembered, not for what you hoarded, but for the boundless generosity, the strategic investments, and the transformative impact you facilitated. God entrusts you with this profound responsibility because He knows with absolute certainty that you will steward it with wisdom, integrity, and a heart dedicated to His greater purpose. The limitations of the world with its scarcity mindset will inevitably attempt to hem you in. People, perhaps even well-meaning ones, might dismiss your vision as dreaming too big, their doubts echoing the very chains you are called to break. But I declare to you that God's promises are immeasurably larger and more potent than their collective skepticism. Deuteronomy 8:18 is a divine guarantee, not a fleeting possibility. He gives you the power to produce wealth, to confirm His covenant. This is not a maybe. It is a foundational truth, an unbreakable covenant. You are not desperately chasing wealth. Rather, in this divinely appointed season, wealth is actively pursuing you, seeking you out as its rightful steward. Step into this reality with an unshakable boldness, anchored in the unwavering knowledge that God has already meticulously paved the way, clearing every obstacle, illuminating every path. The gates are open. It is time to walk through them. Now let's inject a dose of practical reality. This monumental blessing, while divinely appointed, demands preparation. It necessitates a fundamental shift in how you perceive yourself, not merely as a receiver, but as a proactive, diligent steward. This is a call to continuous learning, to relentless growth, and to an earnest pursuit of wisdom. Remember the parable of the talents. God entrusts more to those who demonstrate faithfulness and diligence with what they already possess, even the smallest beginnings. That seemingly insignificant step you take today, whether it's a fervent prayer, a decisive commitment to a new venture, an act of profound kindness, or a disciplined study of financial principles, these are all vital seeds being planted for your imminent billionaire harvest. God observes your faithfulness, your consistent effort, and He is actively multiplying it exponentially. The enemy, ever the deceiver, will tirelessly attempt to sow seeds of fear, whispering, "What if it doesn't happen? What if you fail?" But I remind you, God's word is an indomitable force, infinitely stronger than any fear. Philippians 4:19 promises, "My God will supply all your needs according to His riches in glory in Christ Jesus." Your sacred task is not to meticulously figure out the how. It is to trust with unwavering conviction that He will. Release your grip on the illusion of control. Surrender your fears, your meticulously crafted human plans, and your lingering doubts into His capable hands, and witness Him transform them into an avalanche of abundance. The billionaire blessing is not something distant and elusive. It is already definitively yours, waiting for you to simply step into its radiant embrace. Picture this vividly in your mind's eye, a life where you awaken each and every day, filled with the profound certainty that you are precisely wisely where God intends you to be. Your bank account, a tangible reflection of His boundless provision. But far more profoundly, your heart, a sanctuary, reflecting His unshakable peace. You are not merely rich in material wealth. You are rich in profound purpose, overflowing with unbridled joy, and imbued with an undeniable transformative impact. People will observe your life, witnessing the undeniable signature of God's hand, wondering aloud how you ascended to such heights. And with humility and gratitude you will point to the One who lifted you, the ultimate architect of your destiny. This blessing is a clarion call to action, yet it's an action born not of frantic hustling, but of profound trust. It's not about desperate striving, but about deliberate alignment. Can you not feel it? The very earth shifting beneath your feet, the spiritual mountains moving on your behalf right now, the undeniable tremor in your spirit. The subtle creaking open of formerly impenetrable doors affirm this powerful shift within you. Hit that like button, subscribe to join a thriving community of chosen ones, and boldly drop 777 to declare your readiness. Your action transcends a mere digital interaction. It is a potent vibrational signal to the universe, an unequivocal statement to the heavens that you are actively stepping into this divine unfolding moment. Let's address the inevitable opposition. The world, blinded by its conventional wisdom, will not always comprehend your meteoric rise. Like Nehemiah tirelessly rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem amidst relentless ridicule and threats, you will undoubtedly encounter critics, persistent doubters, and even mocking voices. But understand this profound truth: their words, their skepticism, their direct opposition are utterly powerless to derail God's magnificent plan for your life. Your billionaire blessing is intrinsically untouchable because its origin is not earthly. It emanates directly from the omnipotent Creator of the universe. Stand firm, anchored in this unwavering truth. Psalm 23:4 resounds, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You, my chosen one, are divinely protected, enveloped in an unassailable shield of grace. This billionaire blessing is at its core a spiritual shift first and foremost. Long before the tangible currency materializes, God is actively engaged in a profound renewal of your mind. Romans 12:2 declares, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." You are systematically learning to think, to perceive the strategies like a seasoned steward of immense wealth, rather than remaining a captive servant of lack and limitation. Every insidious thought of scarcity, every ingrained belief in insufficiency is systematically being uprooted and replaced with an unshakable confidence in God's boundless, overflowing abundance. You are not merely hoping for a breakthrough. You are actively, dynamically living it into existence, moment by moment. Now let your imagination soar and vividly envision the monumental impact. Your blessing is destined to fund orphanages that cradle futures, to launch innovative businesses that create sustainable opportunities, and to spread the profound message of hope across the globe. Like the humble widow, who in her profound faithfulness gave her last 2 coins, your unwavering fidelity with what little you possess will be exponentially multiplied into an immeasurable abundance. God sees the pure intent of your heart. He knows with absolute certainty that you will leverage this profound wealth to bless countless others, to become a true conduit of His grace and transformative power. This is precisely why He is entrusting you with such a colossal endowment. Your life will stand as a living, breathing testimony of His unfailing provision, an undeniable beacon, drawing others into His loving embrace. However, this blessing comes with an inherent responsibility, a call to active engagement, not passive comfort. God is not bestowing wealth upon you merely for you to hoard it, to let it stagnate in a vault. He is entrusting it to you for its dynamic movement, its strategic deployment, its ceaseless flow. Like the parable of the Good Samaritan, your resources are destined to heal profound wounds, to restore brokenness, and to uplift the downtrodden. You are unequivocally called to be a channel, a flowing river of abundance, never a stagnant dam. Allow God's limitless abundance to flow freely through you, and observe with profound wonder how it miraculously multiplies in your hands, blessing not just you, but everyone it touches. The adversary, that persistent whisper of inadequacy, will incessantly attempt to make you feel unworthy. He will dredge up past failures, moments when you stumbled, when you fell short. But God's resounding voice declares with absolute authority, "You are enough." 2 Corinthians 12:9, He says, powerfully affirms, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your perceived flaws, your past missteps do not in any way disqualify you. On the contrary, they preeminently qualify you for God's extraordinary grace, preparing you to carry this immense blessing with humility and strength. Step into this blessing with an unshakable confidence, knowing deep in your soul that you were specifically chosen for this magnificent purpose. Let's elevate our perspective and embrace vision. This extraordinary billionaire blessing is not merely about what you will possess. It is fundamentally about who you will become. God is actively shaping you, molding you into a formidable leader, a visionary architect of change, a world transformer. Think of Moses, who, despite his initial hesitations, was divinely empowered to lead an entire nation out of the oppressive chains of slavery. Your blessing will mirror this liberatory power, enabling you to guide countless others to freedom. Freedom from debt, freedom from fear, freedom to pursue their own divine purpose. Your wealth is an instrument of liberation, a strategic tool designed to break generational curses, to open doors that have long been sealed shut, and to illuminate God's radiant light into the darkest, most neglected corners of our world. Now let us anchor ourselves in the bedrock of faith. This blessing demands that you believe with unwavering conviction before you see its full manifestation. Hebrews 11:1 profoundly defined financial faith as confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. You may not yet perceive the billions, the tangible proof of this promise, but God's promise is already an undeniable living truth. Start acting as if it is already yours. Speak it into existence, pray with fervent expectation, and live your life in congruence with this unfolding reality. Your faith is the indispensable bridge spanning the chasm between God's magnificent promise and its ultimate tangible fulfillment in your life. Picture a tiny, potent seed meticulously planted in the most fertile soil. That seed represents your life right now, pregnant with possibility. Every sincere prayer you utter, every courageous act of trust, every moment of unwavering obedience. These are the vital waters nurturing that seed. The billionaire blessing is vigorously growing beneath the surface, preparing for its spectacular breakthrough. Do not under any circumstances sabotage its growth by digging it up with the corrosive tool of doubt. Trust implicitly in God's perfect, divinely orchestrated timing. Galatians 6:9 offers a timeless promise. At the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The world, with its superficial metrics, will incessantly attempt to define your worth by what you currently possess, by your noble achievements. But God, with His infinite wisdom, defines your worth by the boundless potential He has placed within you and the magnificent future He is actively bringing forth. You are not and never have been limited by the balance in your current bank account, the constraints of your present employment, or the perceived limitations of your circumstance. God's plan for you is monumentally larger, more expansive, and infinitely more glorious than anything you can currently conceive. Like Peter, who courageously abandoned his fishing nets to follow a higher calling, you are being summoned to shed small thinking, to release the familiar anchors of the past, and to boldly step into a divine destiny that is unfolding even now. This blessing is a sacred partnership. God, in His infinite generosity, provides the boundless resources, but you, in your faithful stewardship, are called to respond with intentionality and action. Begin your preparation now. Diligently seek wisdom, cultivate invaluable skills, and pray unceasingly for divine discernment in every decision. Think of Solomon, who, when offered anything his heart desired, prioritized wisdom above all else, and as a result received not only unparalleled wisdom, but also immeasurable wealth. Your proactive readiness will serve as the master key, unlocking the floodgates of God's opulent provision. To signify your commitment, to declare to the heavens that you are actively preparing for this monumental moment, drop 727 in the comments. Let the celestial realms bear witness to your unwavering faith in action, your readiness to embrace the extraordinary. This isn't just about preparing for a gift. It's about becoming the person capable of holding and stewarding such immense power. Let's immerse ourselves in the concept of overflow. God's blessing is never merely enough. It is always, without exception, more than enough. Malachi 3:7 is a resounding declaration. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. Your life is destined to spill over with an abundance of resources, unprecedented opportunities, and divine favor. You will possess far more than you personally need precisely, so that you can give more, impact more, and uplift more than you ever dared to imagine. But this transcends your individual prosperity. Your blessing is destined to be a radiant beacon, a guiding light in the darkness. People will observe your transformed life, and through your living testimony, they will unequivocally come to know that God is real, that His power is tangible, and His promises are true. Recall the miraculous feeding of the 5,000. A small humble offering of 5 loaves and 2 fish, surrendered in faith, was multiplied exponentially to feed multitudes. Similarly, your sincere offering of faith combined with your generous stewardship will multiply to nourish, sustain, and empower nations. Your wealth will become a formidable engine for progress, constructing schools that illuminate minds, healing fractured families, and spreading the profound message of hope across every demographic. You are not merely a recipient of blessings. You are actively becoming a miracle worker for others, a living embodiment of divine generosity. The enemy, ever persistent, will relentlessly attempt to steal your focus. He will hurl insidious distractions, calculated delays, and even profound despair into your path. But stand unyielding, resolute in your faith. Ephesians 6:13 commands, "Put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything to stand." You are not engaged in a desperate struggle for this blessing. It is already irrevocably yours. Your sacred assignment is to simply hold fast, to trust with unwavering conviction, and to continue walking courageously in faith. Now close your eyes and vividly imagine the future, a reality where every single need is not just met, but anticipated, where every cherished dream is not just possible, but actively manifesting. You are no longer merely surviving. You are majestically thriving. Your family is secure, enveloped in peace and provision. Your purpose is crystal clear, resonating with every fiber of your being. And your impact, it is utterly undeniable, a ripple effect that touches countless lives across generations. This, my friend, is God's magnificent, expansive vision for you, and it is unfolding right now in this very moment. Like Abraham's descendants, promised to be as numerous as the stars in the night sky, your blessing will multiply exponentially, extending its transformative reach far beyond what you can ever count, touching generations yet unborn. This billionaire blessing is a powerful call to rise. You are not and will never again be defined by the person you were yesterday. God is actively initiating a brand new thing within your life, and its genesis is now. Isaiah 43:19 proclaims with divine authority, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Feel it. Feel the tangible shift permeating your spirit, the seismic realignment occurring within your very being." Step into this unfolding reality with an indomitable courage, knowing deep in your soul that God is unequivocally with you every single step of this extraordinary journey. Let's talk about gratitude. This blessing is not solely about the magnificent abundance that is yet to come. It is fundamentally about offering fervent thanksgiving for every blessing He has already bestowed. Look back, reflect deeply. Every single time you faced a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, every moment you believed you wouldn't make it, God in His infinite faithfulness miraculously provided. Every door that seemed to slam shut only led to an even grander, more purposeful one. Your gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement. It is a potent magnet actively drawing in even greater blessings. Psalm 104 exhorts us to enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Begin thanking Him now, with a heart brimming with genuine appreciation, and observe with profound wonder how dynamically He moves in response to your heartfelt praise. The world, entrenched in its materialist worldview, might propagate the lie that wealth is exclusively for the greedy or the lucky. But God's truth declares with absolute clarity that it is for His chosen ones, for you. You are not destined to merely scrape by, to exist on the margins of sufficiency. You are destined to overflow, to experience a superabundance that excites not just your life, but the lives of all those around you. Like the woman with the alabaster jar, who poured out her most precious possession in an act of profound devotion, Your unwavering faith poured out without reservation will be met with an exponential outpouring from God Himself. Your life is destined to become a living testament to His boundless faithfulness and inspiring narrative that transcends time, reaching and transforming generations. However, this profound blessing demands surrender. It necessitates releasing the illusion of control, letting go of your tightly clutched plans, and placing your implicit trust in the God's perfect, majestic plan. Consider Hannah, who in an act of profound faith and devotion surrendered her long-awaited son Samuel back to God. Her ultimate surrender unlocked not just one miracle, but a legacy of a prophetic power. You are not giving up. You are strategically giving over, handing your deepest fears, your most intricate plans, and your most persistent doubts to God. And then with eager anticipation, watch Him transmute them into an unimaginable abundance. To declare this profound act of surrender, to send a clear signal to the heavens that your heart is fully committed, drop 777 in the comments. Let the celestial realms witness your faith in action. Now let's talk about purpose. This billionaire blessing transcends the mere acquisition of money. It is fundamentally about mission. God is not just giving you wealth. He is entrusting you with strategic resources to fully realize and fulfill your divine calling. Think of the Apostle Paul, who meticulously leveraged every opportunity, every circumstance, to amplify the spread of the gospel. Similarly, your wealth channeled through your purposeful stewardship will exponentially amplify your impact, extending your reach far beyond what you could achieve through sheer human effort. You are called to build, to heal, to lead, to be an architect of positive change in every sphere of influence. Step into this calling with an unwavering boldness, knowing that you are divinely equipped and empowered. The enemy, that insidious whisperer, will relentlessly attempt to make you feel small, insignificant, and unworthy. But God's authoritative voice resounds. You are chosen. 1 Peter 2:9 declares with undeniable power, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. You are not waiting for permission. You already possess it. Walk in your inherent authority, for the billionaire blessing is unequivocally yours because God Himself has decreed it. Picture this vibrant reality: a life where every single dream is not just possible, but actively manifesting. Every need is not just met, but overflowingly supplied. You are not merely blessed, you are a blessing, a dynamic flowing channel of divine grace. Your wealth, far from being a static hoard, actively opens doors of opportunity for countless others. Like Joseph, whose journey from prison to palace ultimately saved nations, your transformed story will serve as a powerful testament to the world, showcasing in undeniable fashion what God can accomplish through a yielded vessel. People will look at you, and through your life, they will clearly discern His power, His boundless love, and His unwavering provision. This is not about desperately chasing after wealth. It is about confidently receiving what is already, by divine decree, irrevocably yours. God's promise is absolutely sure, immutable, and eternal. Numbers 23:19 powerfully states, God is not human that He should lie, not a human being that He should change His mind. Does He speak and then not act? Does He promise and not fulfill? His word is settled. If He said it, it is already done. Your sacred task is to believe, to act in alignment, and to prepare your vessel. To claim this rock-solid promise, drop 677 in the comments below. Let's expand our horizons and embrace a vision of exponential abundance, not just for you, but for the entire world. God's billionaire blessing is a blueprint for widespread flourishing. Think of Nehemiah's relentless dedication to rebuilding the broken walls of Jerusalem. Your divinely entrusted wealth will serve a similar purpose, rebuilding broken places, restoring fractured communities, and healing societal wounds. You will fund audacious dreams, champion transformative ministries, and catalyze profound changes in countless lives. Your life itself will become a living, breathing testament to God's inherent goodness, a radiant light that draws others inevitably towards His grace and truth. But to actualize this grand vision, it demands more than passive belief. It requires active faith, faith that translates into tangible, measurable action. Start small, right where you are. Begin with heartfelt prayer, consistent giving, and an unshakable trust in His process de source. Recall the simple yet profound story of the boy with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. His small, humble offering, placed in the Master's hands, was miraculously multiplied to feed thousands. Similarly, your seemingly small offerings of faith, your initial acts of obedience, will be exponentially multiplied into a vast harvest of imod. God sees the pure intent of your heart. He knows with absolute certainty that you are ready to diligently steward this monumental blessing. Step forward with unyielding faith, anchored in the knowledge that He is intimately guiding your every single move, orchestrating divine synchronicity. The world, with its inherent skepticism, will inevitably attempt to pull you back into the familiar confines of doubt. Doubters will question your meteoric rise, their whispers designed to undermine your resolve. But I declare to you, with an unshakable conviction, that God's plan for your life is utterly unstoppable. Psalm 138:8 boldly proclaims, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me." Your billionaire blessing is an integral, non-negotiable part of that divine purpose. Stand firm. Trust Him implicitly. The doors are opening, and absolutely nothing in heaven or on earth can shut them. Now truly internalize and imagine the profound, far-reaching impact of this blessing. Your wealth will not merely fill your coffers. It will nourish the hungry, clothe the impoverished, and sow seeds of hope in barren lands. Like the compassionate Good Samaritan, whose resources healed wounds and restored dignity, your divinely entrusted resources will mend brokenness, alleviate suffering, and bring comfort where despair once reigned. You are not merely receiving. You are actively redistributing God's goodness, becoming a vibrant channel for His restorative power in a hurting world. Your life will stand as a living, irrefutable testimony, a dynamic proof that God keeps His promises, that His faithfulness is unwavering. The adversary, cunning and persistent, will tirelessly attempt to sow seeds of doubt, whispering, "What if it's not real? What if this is all just a delusion?" But I declare to you, God's word is an indomitable force, infinitely stronger than any doubt. 2 Corinthians chapter 9:8 promises with absolute certainty, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." Your blessing is not some ethereal fantasy. It is vibrantly real, and it is irrevocably coming to fruition. Walk in it with an unshakable confidence, knowing deep in your soul that God is intimately with you every single step of this extraordinary journey. This billionaire blessing is a profound call to transformation. You are not merely gaining wealth. You are, by divine design, becoming a magnificent vessel for God's glory. Like Moses encountering the burning bush, your transformed life will draw attention, not to yourself, but to His awe-inspiring power. People will look at you, witness the radical change, and unequivocally know that God is real, that His hand is active in the affairs of humanity. Your story will ignite faith, inspire hope, and catalyze profound change in the lives of countless others. However, this demands alignment. Stay intimately close to God. Cultivate a deep, unbroken connection. Pray without ceasing, listen intently for His guiding voice, and obey with promptness and sincerity. Like David, who consistently sought God's counsel before every battle, every strategic decision, your unwavering connection to Him is the very source of your indomitable strength. The billionaire blessing flows not through human effort alone, but powerfully through your unshakable faith. To unequivocally declare your alignment with His divine majestic plan, drop 777 in the comments below. Let your commitment resonate throughout the spiritual realms. Now let's talk about stewardship. This profound blessing is not merely for your personal enjoyment, for fleeting pleasure. It is entrusted to you to diligently manage, to cultivate, and to wisely deploy. God places this immense trust in you with such wealth because He knows with absolute certainty that you will utilize it with wisdom, integrity, and a heart dedicated to His purposes. Like the timeless parable of the talents, your faithfulness demonstrated, even with seemingly little, will yield an abundant harvest. Prepare diligently now. Cultivate wisdom, acquire invaluable knowledge, and pray incessantly for divine insight in every decision you make. The world, with its cynical outlook, might declare that wealth inevitably corrupts, that it breeds avarice. But God's truth declares with absolute clarity that it implores. It empowers transformation, liberation, and profound impact. Your blessing will not forge new chains. It will decisively break existing ones. Chains of poverty, chains of ignorance, chains of injustice. Like Queen Esther, who courageously leveraged her elevated position to save an entire people from destruction, your divinely entrusted wealth will in similar fashion save lives, restore dignity, and bring healing where there was despair. You are unequivocally called to be a conduit of God's boundless love, a dynamic channel for His limitless provision. The adversary, cunning and relentless, will undoubtedly attempt to distract you. He will hurl carefully crafted obstacles, strategic delays, and tantalizing temptations into your path. But stand firm. Ephesians 6:4 declares with spiritual authority, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." That you are engaged in a spiritual battle, and let me assure you, God has already definitively won. Your blessing is absolutely secure, enveloped in divine protection. Walk in it with an unshakable boldness, for victory is already yours. Picture this vivid reality: a life where every door swings open effortlessly, where every cherished dream unfurls into tangible reality. You are no longer merely surviving the ebb and flow of existence. You are gloriously thriving, radiating purpose and power. Your wealth, far from being a static accumulation, actively builds schools that enlighten minds, funds ministries that transform souls, and irrevocably changes lives across the globe. Like the timeless promise made to Abraham that his descendants would multiply beyond measure, your blessing will likewise multiply, touching and enriching generations yet to come. This, my friend, is God's magnificent, expansive plan for you, and it is actively unfolding now in this very moment. This billionaire blessing is a profound call to rise above, to transcend the limitations of your past, to shed the burden of your mistakes, and to break free from the constraints of your current circumstance. God is actively initiating a brand new work within your life, a fresh creation. Isaiah 55:11 promises with divine authority, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." His promise for you is absolutely sure, unassailable, and eternal. Step into it with an unshakable confidence, knowing that the very word of God is at work on your behalf. Let's delve into joy. This blessing is not solely about accumulating vast sums of money. It is fundamentally about experiencing profound peace, embodying a powerful purpose, and catalyzing undeniable input. You will awaken each and every day, filled with the deep settled knowing that you are walking precisely in God's divine plan for your life. Like the woman at the well, whose transformative encounter with Jesus radically altered her entire existence, you too will be changed from the inside out, and that profound transformation will naturally spill over, compelling you to share it with countless others. The world, with its narrow perspectives, might try to limit your vision, to confine your aspirations. But I declare to you, God's plan for you is utterly limitless, boundless in its scope and grandeur. Jeremiah 29:11 is a powerful affirmation. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Your billionaire blessing is an integral, non-negotiable part of that magnificent plan. Trust it implicitly, live it boldly, and witness with awe how dynamically God moves on your behalf. But this requires surrender. Let go of fear, release all doubt, and relinquish the need for personal control. Like Mary, who when confronted with the miraculous, simply declared, "Let it be to me according to your word." Your undeterring yes to God unlocks everything. Say yes today. Drop 777 in the comments below to declare your profound surrender, your unwavering commitment. Let the heavens bear witness to your faith in action. Now let's envision the legacy. Your divinely entrusted wealth is destined to outlive you, to cast a long benevolent shadow across generations. Like Solomon's magnificent temple, which stood as an enduring testament to God's glory for centuries, you are actively building something eternal. Families will be restored from the brink of despair. Entire communities will be healed and revitalized, and the profound message of hope will be meticulously spread, reaching every corner of our world. Your life will serve as an undeniable beacon, consistently pointing others to God's unwavering faithfulness, His limitless power, and His boundless love. The adversary, cunning and persistent, will tirelessly attempt to make you feel unworthy, to dredge up past failures and insecurities. But God's authoritative voice declares with absolute clarity that you are unequivocally chosen. John 15:16 is a powerful affirmation. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you, that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide. This billionaire blessing is intrinsically yours because God, in His infinite wisdom and love, specifically picked you. Stand tall. Walk in your divine calling with unshakable confidence. The world, my friend, is watching. This blessing is a sacred partnership with the divine. He provides the boundless resources, and you and your faithfulness respond with intentionality and action. Like Noah, who meticulously constructed the ark, step by arduous step, your unwavering obedience, your diligent efforts, and your faithful stewardship are actively building your magnificent future. Begin right now. Engage in fervent prayer. Act decisively in alignment with His guidance. Trust implicitly in His perfect timing and provision. Your billionaire blessing is not something distant in the future. It is already dynamically in motion, waiting for you to simply step into its transformative flow. Let's talk about imust. Your divinely entrusted wealth will not merely accumulate. It will actively change lives, transforming individuals, families, and communities. Like the early church, where no one suffered lack because they shared everything in common, your blessing will uplift countless others from the depths of poverty and despair. You will fund audacious dreams, wholeheartedly support transformative causes, and spread God's boundless love to the furthest reaches of the earth. Your life will stand as an undeniable testimony of His limitless power, a beacon of hope for a world in desperate need. The world steeped in its materialist ideology might cynically declare that wealth is inherently selfish. But God's truth declares with absolute clarity that it is secret. Your blessing is a powerful tool, meticulously designed to accomplish His divine work.